say it's time to get up. Breakfast's nearly ready.
I'm gonna kick that door down. Open the door, Richard. Open the door and let me in. Open the door, Richard. Richard, why don't you open the door?
This is Radio Trinidad. Here is the 9 o'clock news. A section of the East Indian community that has been urging the government to send them back to India has threatened drastic action. Asked what he meant by drastic action, the working committee chairman said that feeling was running high at government's delay, and they were preparing to commit mass suicide for the cause. A meeting between committee and government officials will be held in the Red House today to discuss the situation.
Ma, you think Pa's serious about going to India?
Child, I don't know when to believe your father. He always drunk and talking foolishness.
What do you want to go to India for, Miss Casey?
I don't want to go.
And you're right, too. Leave that to all them old Indians in the countryside with their Huse and Pagua ceremonies.
You don't know nothing about this, Ethel.
Who says so? It was black people like me who do all the slave work in the cane fields for the white man to make money. It was only after the abolition of slavery, praise God, that you Indians come. And maybe not even you, but your father and your mother, or even before them.
We was no slaves like you, though.
Well, they call it indenture labor and promise to give the Indians free passage back home when they finish their work. But most of them settled down here in Trinidad, and that was 2 generations ago or so. You and Mr. Lala was born here.
You know a lot about history.
And as for poor Miss Casey, I mean, all them old Indians feel great now India drive out the British them and have independence. But I can't see Miss Casey, a born Trinidadian who creolized like myself, traipsing about on the bank of the Ganges.
This is family business. Remember your place.
The days of slavery done, you know.
Go and lay the table. And shine up all that silver. I don't want to see them dirty dishwater mark on them, like yesterday. If you were married, Casey, it would be different. I keep looking out for a good husband for you. A big lawyer or a doctor, so you wouldn't have to worry about nothing.
You and Pa. Like you don't realize I'm big now and I have my own plans.
If you mean that Govind boy who come here sometimes, you better forget him. His father does only drive truck.
Govind is a civil servant. He got a good job with the government.
That's nothing. You should aim high. Like that young Dr. Wilkins who come back from England to practice. You seen his photo in the Guardian?
I don't have time like you to read the papers just to see who's coming and
He look
going.
nice. White, too. I know his family well. They got a lot of money. Anyhow, I invite him to come over tonight and eat some Indian food. Your father going to a meeting after work. He won't be here to embarrass me.
I don't want to see nobody, not even if they're white. If you keep on trying to marry me off, I'd leave this house one of these days.
You better don't let your father hear you talking like that. Roti ready?
Yes.
Well, help me put the things on the table. You're always fiddling with some stupid thing, Lala. Why you don't eat your breakfast before the tea get cold?
Are you ready to commit suicide?
Drunk or sober, you're always talking a set of stupidness.
One of these days I will surprise you. Just let me get this invention working and bam! The whole world will say Lala is a genius. I asked you if you're ready to commit suicide. You don't hear the latest news?
What news?
All the Indians in Trinidad going to commit mass suicide if the government don't send us back to India. You better say your prayers and get ready, Sita. You're frightened? You're frightened to death? What about you, girl? You're brave like your father? Like cat cut your tongue this morning.
You really serious about going to India? I got to leave all my social friends? And what you will do with the jewelry shop and this house?
That's our mother country, woman. And they get independence from them thieving British people. Blood is thicker than water. We should go back to our people.
It's not my mother country. I'm a Trinidadian.
You find your voice, eh? A Trinidadian? What is that?
It's people who know how to live with others, irregardless of where they come from. I never get a chance
You
to
don't
do...
stop
I think
picking
I
on the
finish
girl.
what I have to say in this house.
Now, if that girl was a boy,
Don't start that again. You have me confused with this India talk. You really mean to pick up yourself and just go? I think all that rum you drink does addle your brains.
that is what you think. What's the time?
You got a wristwatch on your hand.
It don't carry the right time.
A big jeweler like you and your own wristwatch not working properly.
Look, don't aggravate me first thing in the morning, woman.
You're going to be late as usual. I hope Taj open up the shop.
That little scamp. I don't trust him. He think I don't know he just take on private jobs on the side to make extra. But let me catch him. I'm going to fire him like a bullet.
Every day you firing, Taj. You not tired?
One day when he do expect it, I go fire him in truth. Boy, you still here? I thought I fired you yesterday. Boy, stop making all that noise now. Try to concentrate. Oh, God, boy, you don't get to stop making all that noise. Look what the ass will cause now.
Somebody got to work, otherwise we go bankrupt.
I was just about to get this damn thing finished.
What you inventing this time?
Come. Come here. You know what gravity is? You remember when you used to go to school and you learn how that fellow Newton was sitting under a mango tree and a mango fall and he discovered gravity? Now, boy, that is a force that has pulled things down. Suppose you could learn how to make it pull things in any direction. I don't suppose you have the brains to understand what I'm talking about.
That little contraption can do all that? Come on, make me see it work.
That is what I was trying to do, you damn fool, but you're making so much noise. How you expect me to concentrate? More noise again. I wonder who is that?
Must be them Indians marching in all that hot sun.
That's right. Mass suicide if we don't go. Mass suicide.
Mr. Lala, come and join the marchers, man.
I had to look after the shop, man, but my spirit marching with you. Mass suicide if we don't go. Mass suicide. The government think we're making joke. But let them wait and see.
What, you all going to jump in the sea and drown?
I don't know how we're going to do it, but I will be in front of the crowd. We should all band up in front of the Red House and explode a big bomb and blow everybody up. That's it. A bomb with a timing device.
I don't understand you, kid.
We always having an argument. You know what man-pa like. You wouldn't be here now unless they were both out.
But I keep telling you, what will people like you and me do in India, huh? Which we only learn about in school, like England or China or any place.
That's what I tried to explain to Margovin, but she won't listen. As for Pardo, you even get a chance to talk to him.
Well, he got a chance now with his mass suicide threat.
You think that's serious?
Ooh, I've seen the crowds. They look as if they're mesmerised with the idea. There was a fight with the police in Woodford Square this morning. Look, Kay, I clear it up with my father and mother. If they want to go, that's okay. I'm staying.
Sounds different than daughters. Pa always says so.
You don't believe all that stupidness in this day and age. You're just making excuses. You forget I got promotion now. I'm getting bigger salary from the civil service. It's a good, steady job. We could afford to get married.
Talking about that, Ma's still trying to marry me off to a lawyer, doctor or something. She got a white man coming this evening.
I suppose they're thinking I ain't good enough for you.
A young doctor. Maybe I'd fall for this one.
You do what you like. You got to make up your mind, though.
My mind is made up about us. I'd rather run away from home than to go on living like this.
Well, promise me you're going to tell them. Not only that you're not going, but about me.
I promise I'll try.
You try enough, you got to do it now.
All right, no more quarreling, please.
You sure you won't have a little more of the chicken curry, Dr. Wilkins? Casey make it specially for you.
No, really, it was a little bit too hot for me.
Oh, well, let me freshen up your drink then. We need some more ice. You better start to clear the table. Ethel, I will get the ice myself. Perhaps you'd rather sit in the drawing room, Doctor, and chat with Casey. I'll bring the drinks in there.
Be okay here.
Go on, go on. You hardly say a word since Doctor come. She's a little shy, you know. But that's good in young girls, you don't think?
Yes. You know, things are awfully different in London. I remember once dining at the Savoy.
Savoy, where's that?
Oh, come now. Surely you've heard of it. One of the most famous hotels in London.
Me never hear about that.
Well, anyway, I was there with a prof of medicine, you know.
Doctor, let me fill up your glass for you. If you don't like rum, we have whiskey.
Whiskey, if I may.
Oh, certainly. Anything, anything. Casey, you're not drinking with the doctor?
You know, Pa don't like me to drink, Ma. I'm not a man. I'm only a girl.
But this is special. Have some sherry.
By the way, Sita, Mother sends her love.
Oh, that's good. She must be so proud of you coming back a big doctor. You don't think so, Casey? Casey? Why you don't put on some music for the doctor? Or show him your photograph album with those nice pictures of you in your bathing suit.
Well, I was telling you about that incident.
What at?
Oh, you remember, I was just talking about it.
I got a bad memory.
I don't think I can stay much longer.
You belong to my heart, now and forever. Hey, girl, who is that you got here? Who is that white man? What he doing here?
I invited him.
I was just leaving.
You better hurry the truth. I don't want no white man in my house.
He's drinking.
Yes, but
Look, make excuse for yourself, girl. Don't make no excuse for me.
Tell your mother, I'm sorry, I had to go.
And look at you. You're wearing a sari to disgrace it.
Pa, Let me
Look,
explain.
get out of my sight, girl. Go and take off that sari until you learn how to respect it. But... Look at my crosses. What are white man doing here?
I didn't know he was coming back so early, Lala.
I could come back when I damn well please.
What happened to the doctor? He gone?
Oh, doctor, eh? Well, I don't care if he's the king of England.
God, you insult him with your drunkenness. You can't see I try my best for Casey. Why you make me suffer so?
Suffer? The only thing you suffering from is stupidity, and you're born with that. I left you without any interference to bring up that girl properly, and now you got no control over she.
And what about you? All you care for is the bottle. From the time the poor girl born, you start drinking and never stop. You think I put a girl in my belly instead of a boy?
A woman is useless if she can't give a man a son.
Go on, go lie down. You feel better when you get up.
Yeah, you're the one who should go and lay down and don't bother to get up again.
You drunk, Lala. It's rum talking, not you.
Look, stop trying to marry off that girl, you know. When we get to India, I will get a husband for she myself. That is if I don't have to use my bomb and blow up the whole show.
Look at the nonsense you're talking about, bomb. Come, if you lay down a little, you will feel better. Take your drink with you.
All right, but don't put your hands on me.
You wake your father, Keshi?
Yes.
Lala! He drank too much last night.
That's new. Drinking and quarreling is all that happened in this house.
You know what your father like.
No, I don't. You keep saying that, but it takes 2 hands to clap.
Oh, look, Keshi, don't you turn against me, too. You know I try my best for you.
You try your best for yourself.
When I was small, I had to listen to my parents and obey. It was them who arranged for me to marry your father.
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
You're not going to work today?
This is Radio Trinidad. Here is the 9 o'clock news. There has been a dramatic development in the Back to India issue. Late last night, the committee announced that they were giving the government until midday today to publicly declare their intentions. And if no satisfactory commitment was made, the movement would carry out the threat
of mass suicide.
Not a stupid
Members of the East Indian population from all over the island have been gathering in Woodford Square, opposite the Red House. The police have formed a cordon round the building. We have reporters standing by. Stay tuned to Radio Trinidad for the latest development.
You better hurry up. You're going to be late for work.
Boom! I said boom.
God, you startled me.
That's my bomb exploding, and every man jack blow up in the sky, and the Red House come tumbling down. Boom!
Bomb? What bomb?
Not the one what fall in Pearl Harbor, but this one invented by Big Me.
Lala, you're not starting to invent some stupid thing to make trouble for us all?
Boom!
I'm not stopping about in the shop if you're messing about with a bomb. Look how your hands trembling, and all them lighted cigarettes scatter on the bench.
You're frightened to get blow up?
You could kill yourself if you like, but I'm getting out of here.
That's a good idea. You're only idling and distracting me. You better go down in Woodford Square and count how many people down there. I don't want to blow up the whole of Port of Spain.
I hope you get rid of that contraption before I come back. Mistress Sita,
Dad.
you better come to the shop and talk to Mr. Lala.
What's he up to now?
Him experimenting with gunpowder, say making a bomb.
Oh, that foolishness.
But suppose him blow up the shop and kill himself.
That's exactly what he wanted me to think. But I had enough of his big bluffing. He got no intention of killing himself nor anybody.
It's all right for you to stay here and say so, but I got to work in the shop with him.
You know what Mr. Lala like by now, Taj. You ever seen him invent anything?
Well, no, ma'am, but you know...
That's exactly what he wants, that you should come running here to tell me, and I will go dash round to the shop like a damn fool. But this time I'm going to teach him a lesson.
Well, you best send Miss Casey if you can't come.
Miss Casey resting. She's not feeling too well.
I don't like this business, Mistress Sita. I just passed by Woodford Square. I never know it had so many Indians in all Trinidad. It's just like carnival in all that hot sun.
They're not fighting the police?
It might come to that. The crowd so thick you can't pass. The traffic jam up in Frederick Street, and some of the shops shut down in case trouble start up.
You better get back to the shop, Taj. Don't bother about Mr. Lala and his foolishness. Just hide a bottle of rum from him if you get a chance. Is all that drinking what turning his brains crazy?
Sure, man, I don't know what I'm going to do in this place, you know. You walk around here all the time, it's fighting.
I didn't give you the whole morning off, boy.
Boom! Don't make that kind of joke with me, Mr. Lala.
What is the time? You got so much clocks in the shop, not one of them working.
It must be getting on for about midday.
Mm-hmm. The hour of decision. Boy, you have no ambition to see the great country your ancestors come from? The river Ganges or the Taj Mahal, what give you your name?
If anything, I'd like to go to the States. I make friends with a GI during the war. I got his address.
I don't suppose you have the brains to understand what this is all about anyway.
You is the only one with brains?
Yes.
Well, how come you never invent anything yet?
It's only the timing device on this bomb that given me a little trouble, but I will soon master it. You better put on the radio. I don't want to miss the midday news.
Crowds in Woodford Square. Any minute now, a government spokesman is expected to come out onto the gallery of the Red House and make that momentous announcement. And here he is now.
What you going to do now, Miss Casey?
Whatever did you say, Tella? Make up your mind about one thing.
You're going to...
Shh, listen.
At an emergency meeting this morning, the Legislative Council of Trinidad and Tobago, with the approval of His Excellency the Governor, decided that the government would provide free transportation by ship for those citizens of the East Indian population who desire to all that talk about mass suicide when they know the government would have agreed to send them back in the end.
You don't know nothing about politics, boy, or what patriotism means. So why don't you keep your ass quiet and switch off that noise?
Well, that take care of you and your great invention. Now you can go back to harnessing gravity. I think it's lunchtime.
You better put the sign up before you go, eh? I got some big thinking to do.
That mean I can take the rest of the day off then?
Better than that. Don't bother to come back. You're fired.
Thank you, Mr. Lala.
You can't read the shop shut.
Pa, it's me, Keishi.
Oh, what you doing here, girl?
I got to talk to you.
What about?
We got to have a serious talk, Pa. Leave that and listen to me.
You better start packing, girl. You must be hearing the news about the ship.
Please, listen to me, Pa.
Well, what it is?
First and foremost, I don't want to go to India, even if you and Ma go in.
It's not a case of what
Let
you
me
want,
finish
girl.
what I have to say. You never want to listen to other people.
All right, talk.
I want to stay in Trinidad and get married.
So, go on.
You should think about what I want for a change. I can't go on living like this. All that drinking and fighting and quarreling. Nobody have time with me. Between you and Ma, I don't feel as if I have anything.
Your mother know you come here?
Yes, but it don't matter about her. It's what you got to say that matter.
Oh, I see. First you come and tell me what you want to do. Now you're asking for my opinion.
Don't talk like that, Pa. I know you're always pretending, as if you're not happy and you're trying to hide it away. You don't have to pretend with me.
Well, I grant you one thing, girl. You got a lot more courage than I suspected you had.
You're my father, Pa. You should know I got feelings, too.
Ah, girl. I don't know. I got nobody to talk to. I've been thinking, wondering if I'm glad or sorry that the government sent the Indians. I've also been thinking how every invention I try to make, something always go wrong. Like inventing a girl instead of a boy.
You shouldn't make me suffer for that, Pa. I love you. That's why I come to tell you, hoping you'd understand.
Yes. Well, who is this boy you want to marry?
Govin, you know the family. They're living in St. James.
Those people are below us, girl.
I don't care about that. I love him and he loves me.
Well, it seems like you make up your mind already.
Yes, but I don't want to displease you.
Well, I got to see this boy first.
He's right here, Pa, waiting outside.
Hello there, Mr. Lala.
So, boy, you want to marry my daughter, eh?
Yes.
You have ambition. You think you could support her?
I got a good government job. And I get in promotion.
I intend to get a job too, Pa.
Well, I don't know. You young people these days have your own opinions. I'll have to think about it. Right now, I got to get this damn thing fixed. It's giving me trouble.
What's wrong with it?
It wouldn't blooming well work, that's what.
Govin knows a lot about mechanical things.
Don't rush me, girl. I ain't saying yes, and I ain't saying no.
Hometown, want to wander around your back streets, see you tumble down those shack streets. I'd love to walk in on those corny country cousins of mine. Hometown, where the doves are softly cooing, where there's always nothing doing. I'd get a welcome from those corny country cousins of mine. There's an old schoolhouse door we used to tumble through at 4, and a small candy store where I could go a dozen lollipops and come for more. Hometown, where the garden trees are shady, where our ID is a lady. I am going back to see those corny country cousins of mine. Boom, boom.